All right. Well, now the 49ers. Some of you already know what happened. A player from the team told comedian Artie Lang, who was pretending to be a journalist, it was a pretty funny event. Let me just say that, in my own personal opinion, it was pretty funny, stupid, and hilarious. But it just goes to show you, and I think Artie Lang did a pretty good job. I'll just say that because he helped to expose all this shit. I mean, he's helping. He's part. I mean, I know a lot of gay people don't see that. They're like, "Oh no, it's Artie Lang. He's a fucking homophobe." Ah, come on, grow up. We are able to see the mind of an average football player, and I'm not saying that every football player is like that. I'm not. We have what Chris Cluey and Ajan Bandejo. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that name. I mean, we have all these other football players, and they're doing their thing, and that's fine. And of course, we have the "it gets better" flack, but I'll get to that in a bit. And I'm saving my best for last if I can. Oh, I don't know, maybe I won't. But the 49ers, look, 49ers are from San Francisco. Frisco is known for what? Castro, for the gay thing. And I've been to the Castro, and to be honest with you, it's not really a pretty place for me. I'm just saying, for me, I have a personal opinion. Oh my God, that's a crime. But I'm saying is that I'm not a fan of San Francisco. I'm not a fan of the 49ers. In fact, I'm not a fan of football. To be honest with you, I'm not a fan of pro sports. It's not because I'm gay or anything. It's just because it's not my thing. I like to do research. I like to read. I like to do other things. I like to do things that, intelligent people like to do. I'm not saying that if you watch football, you are a dumbass. Although that, I don't know. There have been studies that say that people who watch a lot of sports are dumb, but I don't know. A lot of studies that we can talk about today. But, the NFL, they have a certain culture, and I don't think I want to be a part of that culture. That's the same with NASCAR, same with all these other, BS events. It's all bullshit. It's all theater. It's all showmanship. And in fact, I think the whole thing was rigged. It's basically, a distraction for the masses. Same, gladiator, Roman event where the emperor comes out and, he entertains the masses with all these fights and races and people being eaten by lions and all that. I mean, that was a spectacle back then in the Roman Empire. But that's what we have today. It's trivial tribalism. Oh, Frisco versus Baltimore and all that. And the people that see that shit, what do they get from that? I don't know. What do they get from that? What do you get from watching that? Besides wasting your time. And I hate wasting time. I hate just lying around. Unless if I'm hanging out with somebody that's cool. Well, that's fine. You get some good time together. But I guess a lot of people do watch. They would watch the Super Bowl with other people. But, there are a lot of people who watch it by themselves. And they're all into it. Or, they don't talk. And my ex was kind of like that. He had his friends over and they watched, the basketball game. They were into basketball. And they would just be so engaged with the game. They're focused into something that they're not personally invested in. What's your deal here? Oh no, we just like it. I'm a fan of the Suns, whatever. You know what? Yeah. Stop it. Back in the heyday, how these conservatives always talk about. Oh, the 50s, the 30s, they were the good time. The 40s, whatever, the good times when gays were closeted and feminists were, women were put in their place and all that. But back in that time, too, the only place that you'll see people, the only people that played sports like that, play with balls, if you want to put it that way, were little kids. Children play with balls. I noticed this today, I was with a friend of mine and we were gonna talk, dirty talk, and he has a kid. He's one of the few gay parents I know, and he was with his, I think, 5-year-old kid, and so he got a football, and he said, "Here, catch it." So that way, the little boy will run and catch it and just stay away from us to distract them from what we were talking about, because he didn't want us to obviously, talk nasty in front of a little kid. But we did. But kids play with balls, all right? Not those kinds of balls, right? This is not the Boy Scouts. Kids play with balls. Now it's no longer a toy. A football is no longer a toy. It's now a man's sport. Oh, really? You're a tough guy, aren't you? I hate it. You know what I hate? All this hype. It's because people, these guys, heterosexual men, think that they're, even gay men do this. Oh my God. They think they're tough, because they're, my team won and all that. You didn't win anything. You didn't do anything. All you did was sit in your fat ass, eat nachos and drink beer and, get drunk. And, there's nothing wrong with getting drunk and having fun, but you're just cheering for somebody else. What's that all about? I just don't get that personally. Sorry I deviated from this whole 49ers thing, but here's the thing. A lot of people are complaining about, well, he has the right to say that. Oh, really? Well, if he would have said a racist thing, I think if it was a white player saying a racist thing, that white player would be bam. He wouldn't even play in the Super Bowl. He will be sent to the moon. That's what's going to happen. But since it's the gays, we just apologize, which he did, and then we'll send you to tolerance camp or something. That's what's going to happen. Basically, the football player in question, Chris Culliver, he's going to go to the Trevor Project, which is one of the organizations I support. I can't believe they're buying into this. The Trevor Project is going to work with Chris Culliver, to educate him. And when people heard that, they're like, "Oh my God, this is like Nazis." No, first of all, his employer requested him to do that. Employers request of you many things that you may not like. It's called the free market. You conservatives support that. Employers have a right to do whatever they want. Business owners of business, get to do whatever they want with their employees and get to do whatever they want in their business, just like a baker. You protect bakers who don't want to bake cakes, wedding cakes for lesbian couples. You protect that business practice. But you criticize a business practice that, of course, you say it's fascist because he's going to be sent to this education training program. I don't know what it is. He's going to learn. I don't know what is this guy going to learn? He's going to learn nothing. And the way that he writes on Twitter, because I saw his Twitter feed. I mean, first of all, send this kid back to high school. In fact, no, send him back to elementary school because he needs to fucking learn how to write English. That motherfucker, you represent a football team. If you represent a professional team, supposedly professional, like that is, don't call these teams professional. No, they're not. They're just a bunch of jocks. All right, that's all they are. These are average thinking 2.0 GPA. They don't have any grasp of politics, of philosophy, of poetry, of art, religion, or anything like that. They just pray to God and go to their church and throw the football around, train with their team, and have a beer with the guys, and that's all they care about. That's all their life is. What do they care about the damn gays? Why do they care about them? They don't. And that's why I don't find this to be genuine at all. And neither should you. Don't buy this shit. In the Trevor Project, I'm very disappointed in the Trevor Project. I think they're just in it to get the publicity and all that. And that's their way to do business. I don't know. I don't agree with selling out and admitting somebody who's very fake like this. I mean, look at the interview. I don't have it with me. I'm not gonna look for it, but look at the interview with Artie Lang. He was so casual, just so it just came out right out of him. It just rolled out of his tongue. Very natural. Now you should have seen the press conference. He was like he was up all night. I know he was, because he was worried about what they were going to do. But I guess this is the new arrangement. You get to offend gays, and then you go to tolerance camp. And I hate that. I really do. It's not because, it's fascism or even stupid reactionary bullshit. But it's because it's fake. People do it just to get it out of the way. I've seen this in corporations. I've seen this in other situations where people they get caught harassing others. They're sent to sensitivity training or sensitivity workshops, whatever. And then there's just, Jose, I'm just gonna do it just to get it over with. I don't give a shit. That's the typical average person's point of view. Even gay people do that. Because I've been sent to tolerance camp when I was working for a company once for a Blockbuster. I remember. And we don't take it seriously. We don't care. I know what to do. I just get along with people because I'm a nice guy. I don't say things to offend people, unless if I'm on the show. I just and I let it all out. But I don't know. And there are people that are buying it. GLAAD and all these other gay organizations. They're like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. He gets to go to tolerance camp. Fuck you. These gay orgs need to fucking grow up. We need real leaders. We need real gay men with huge balls. And I know a lot of you gay guys have a balls fetish. Well, we need a gay guy with big balls. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. Because obviously, what do you want a loudmouth like me? No, you need somebody who's smart. And that's not a smart move. I just would have been, you know what? He's a douche. What do you expect from a douche? Flowers and butterflies and everything will be good? No. But there you go. 49ers in big trouble. But, of course, there weren't that many repercussions. He didn't get suspended, no fine, or nothing. But hey, say something about Israel, about Jews, or, about black people. You're dead. You are out. Period. I'm not saying it's hypocritical. I'm just, saying, well, I guess black people are correct. Don't compare black civil rights with gay rights because we have more of a privilege. That's what I get. There's a lot of black snobbery going on, and I just want to get that out of the way because I really want people to start thinking about this. Hey, why are some blacks, I'm not saying all blacks, but some black people are being snobs? Hey, what do you mean only civil rights only applies to you? Well, shut the fuck up. The more you say this kind of shit, the more people are going to be like, huh? And then you're going to undermine your own achievements. Dumbasses. But I don't want to get into that. There you go.